The Nigerian government has dismissed the claim by the US President Donald Trump on the use of hydrochloroquine, an anti-malaria drug to prevent COVID-19. Both the Health Minister Osage Hanire and the Director General of the NCDC Chikwelugo Ihekweazu on Tuesday, May 19th, warned Nigerians not to listen to US President's claim on hydrochloroquine. The Tribune reports. The Nigerian government has dismissed the claim by the US President Donald Trump on the use of hydrochloroquine, and they asked Nigeria not to listen to him. He warned Nigerians not to engage in self-medication, noting that the hydrochloroquine should only be taken based on doctor's prescription. About hydrochloroquine, first, we do not at any time and in any way support self-medication, and if you heard that any person is taking medication of any type, it is obviously something prescribed by his doctor, the minister said. There are medicines that normally shouldn't be in your hands unless it was prescribed by a doctor. There are medicine called OTC, over the counter. You can buy it yourself. It can be Panadol, aspirin, any kind of drops, anything cough. In his contribution, the NCDC Director General Chikwelugo Ihekweazu said the PTF would only comment on what President Muhammadu Buhari said and not what President Trump and any other president said. Meanwhile, the task force on the fight against COVID-19 in Imo on Monday, May 18th, declared that the state is now coronavirus free. Before now, the southeast state had 7 active cases of the dreaded disease. Briefing journalists in Owerri, chairman of the committee, Professor Maurice Iwu, explained that 3 out of the cases recorded in the state were discharged on Sunday, May 17th, following their satisfactory condition. Iwu is a well-respected Nigerian professor of pharmacognosy and a former chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission. He studied at the University of Bradford, England, receiving a Master of Pharmacy degree in 1976 and a PhD in 1978. He was appointed by Governor Hope Uzodinma to use his experience to help Imo State tackle the viral disease. Pay attention. Get the latest Nigeria news anywhere. Spend less on internet. He was appointed by Governor Hope Uzodinma to use his experience to help Imo State to tackle the viral disease. In another report, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the Director General of the WHO, World Health Organization, on Monday, May 18th, admitted that coronavirus has taught the world humility. So, what they are saying now is that don't listen to Donald Trump, listen to President Muhammadu Buhari, or whatever President Muhammadu Buhari says, that is what they are going to listen to, and that is what they are going to do. But in the recent, but I don't think whether Donald Trump will be telling people to just go and be doing self-medication. I don't know. It has to be well put, and more so, it is not really advisable to be taking self-medication, because all of these things, they have a specification. They have specification, but I think they need to get how and the way and manner at which Donald Trump puts the whole thing, because I don't think in the recent he will tell some people to just go and be taking chloroquine and all of that. I think that message or that information is supposed to be meant for the consumption of the medical personnel. Well, that is what we are hearing from the side of the federal government, that no Nigerians, nobody should listen to Donald Trump. Okay, then who do we listen to? A dangerous COVID-19 businessman like you? You are joking. I rather die of instruction and advice from Donald Trump than listening to deadly evil men like you. Ho ho ho. I hear you, my dear. For God's sake, be educated. Browse it and stop yelling about evil nonsense. Hatred has eaten you Igbo so deep, and it's a shame. Go and die because you don't want to hear. Even US don't listen to Trump. Okay. Someone say, ask them, I'm convinced that the novel COVID-19 is acute malaria. Okay. Someone say, yes, so my dear, ignorance is not good. Look at thieves, criminals, selfish looters advising Nigerians to disregard a nation that is a million times better than them. Okay. Now so, and some are still buying to it. Listen to Nigeria government is like listening to shit. You people use COVID-19 to have food and money from your family. God will judge all of you. Okay, I rather listen to Donald Trump than fake and inept so-called Nigeria leaders. Nonsense word. Oh, so America should not be listened to again. Wonder shall never end. Why do you condemn him when you don't have an alternative? Mind your own business and leave the American president alone. The job committed to your hands here, you have not excelled in it, and you are taking or talking about somebody is trying very hard to save his citizens. I beg, make una park way. Okay, we rather listen to Trump than you health minister who is not reliable and trustworthy. We don't listen to you people again. Don't you know? Both of you, Nigerians, have lost confidence in you because of your incompetence in your assignment to the people of Nigeria. Who do you think Nigerians are? Robots? Dr. Sage, don't you know you have failed Nigeria and Nigerians? It's just unfortunate that the so-called elite, those who are really brilliant, by the time you just get yourself involved with the Nigerian government, they will just rubbish you. These two gentlemen are very, very, in my opinion, from my own observation, they are very, very good people. They are very, very good gentlemen, which who know what they are doing. But because you know, everything about Nigerian system, most especially at the government level, because who is always there. And that was why the man could not even answer simple question that, okay, what about the Chinese people? Because they're from day one, they knew quite all right what they were doing, and they knew that Nigerians would not like what they were doing. And they are not really coming out to tell Nigerians exactly what these Chinese people were coming to do. And also, you could remember the way people have been praising the commissioner for health in Lagos with the governor. They've been doing fantastically well. And somebody was saying, as soon as the federal government just brought their wala to Lagos, those people, it's like they try to victimize it. Because ordinarily, the commissioner for health was asked, what about Abakari? He said he didn't know this and that. And people are like, they brought that kind of man into your state. Of course, everybody knew that he was just trying to be political, but he didn't know how to put the question, because I'm sure he never expected that question to be asked from him, and he couldn't know what to say. The best thing for him to just say, oh, he didn't know where the man was. The same thing that happened to this what is this man's name, the minister of health, and Hanire. And all of a sudden he said, please don't ask me. Of course, in the recess, they cannot tell people, they themselves, they will want to ask such questions, because like somebody said, Nigerians are not robots, they are not dummies. So as soon as you just get yourself involved with all this political wanting, you begin to lie, because you have to be politically correct, you have to be politically right, because you don't say things just the way they are, so that the government or whatever the leadership will not look somehow look helpless or handicapped. But irrespective of all the way or how they want to always want to cover a lot of things up, people still get to see, they still get exposed. I think that's just the way I can see it. So, and that's why you see that nobody is believing anybody in this country as far as anything is concerned. You can imagine initially all of them were running, but at some point, these people, they are really, these are our politicians, they have really made a way out of this whole issue. And Nigerians are not, they're not even trusting them. They don't have belief in them, because they've, they've messed everything up. And that's why people are like, saying, oh, we are not going to be listening to you. You expect us to listen to you to go and do what? We can't listen to you. We can't listen to you again. Nigeria government has failed its citizens. You people should ask the government whether they are not using hydrochloroquine or chloroquine. Then we call out Mohammed Bala, Dokpesi and co. So warn Nigerians against self-medication should not be directed at saying Nigerians should disregard what the US president suggested. that worked in America. Tomorrow, the same health minister will deny, as he denied the whereabouts of Chinese doctors that he received at the airport when they arrived in Nigeria. Shame. Just exactly what I said. Okay. Okay. Chief Raymond Okwesi said that it was malaria drug that were used to treat him, and you are here telling Nigerians not to listen to Donald Trump just because you NDCC people, you want more money into your pocket that will later harm you. So guys, let us hear your opinion. Federal government has said don't listen to Donald Trump, don't just do that. Of course, when you tell people don't get yourself involved in self-medication, it's a different ball game entirely. But what do you think? People see things differently from different perspective. What do you think? Let's have your opinion in the comment section. Thank you.